before we get started, everybody needs to go to Fast Start Athletics on YouTube. There's a warm-up video on there. The guy that did that video is one of my mentors, right? Trust him a lot. He has a sprint school or whatever, and we're going to start incorporating a lot of those moves that he's doing in his warm-up. So since the coaches can't be around you guys, I want you to use that video to warm up. Master those moves that he's doing in that to warm your legs up. Make sure you do them all. We don't want any more hamstring pulls or anything like that. So pay attention to that, and make sure you take that serious, all right? I don't know how well you can hear me. I don't have my little microphone on. So what I'm going to do is explain to you guys what I want you guys to do in this off season. The coaches are going to get you a run manifest, and what I want you guys to understand on that run manifest, okay, we are behind schedule when it comes to sprinting, right? We are supposed to probably be at a mile by now. We're not, so we're going to make up that time, okay? However, we're not doing it over the off season. I mean, doing it over the dead period. What I want you guys to start doing is getting your legs ready for when we come back. So when we come back, we're hitting the ground running. We're going. All right. So what I want you to understand is that run manifest is all about just getting your legs under you. Okay. Now, the skill guys are going to run a little bit further than the bigs. Okay. However, bigs will have you doing more cone work than the skill guys are. Skill guys, I still want you to get your cone work in, the ladders and all that, okay? So, this is how the run manifest works. Skill guys, you're gonna have 480s, 460s, 440s, 420s, I believe. Then there's a time that I want you to make those in. You're gonna have a hard day, which is gonna be Monday. You're gonna have a medium day, which is gonna be Wednesday. And you're gonna have a light day, which is gonna be Friday. Then you're gonna have a real light day, which is gonna be Saturday. If you guys do this run manifest the right way, your body is just going to want to run, okay? Okay, bigs, your run manifest is going to be a little bit lighter than the skill guys. I don't want you guys trying to move all that weight over a distance, right? Your stuff is going to be a whole lot shorter. However, I do doing bear crawls on the ground with dead legs, okay? What I mean by dead legs, that means don't use your feet to help you. I also want you guys to do bear crawls up steps and bear crawls down the steps. Be careful. Another thing I want you guys to work on, because I've been unsatisfied with your kick slide. I know Coach Gatton is working on you guys with that all the time, but we have to take pride in that, okay? So what I want you to do is overemphasize your kick slide. I want you going both ways, okay? So we'll use this as part of your running. Now, the biggest thing I've seen with you guys, okay, understand, we want a kick slide. We don't want a vertical step. And what's the difference between a vertical step and a kick slide? Well, on a vertical step, you're just stepping back, okay? And you're trying to make contact. However, with a kick slide, what you do is you have to get set, and you got to pick that foot up and reach, okay? And reach, right? Kick, slide, right? And you want to get wide so that defensive end has to go either come to you or go around you. Now, the beautiful thing about high school football is a lot of DNs, other than ours, they only use one move, right? So you'll give us more time in the pocket, okay? So let's work on that. So we'll go kick slide I got 3 cones down here. 1, 2, 3. Now I put 7 yards on there with the other one. That's kind of too much. Don't go 7 yards. It's probably about 3.5, 4 yards right there. If you can do 5, go ahead and do 5, right? So I hope you can hear me. I don't have a microphone on. The way the drill works is I'm gonna start out whichever side you want to start out on. Kick slide to the cone, right? We get here, and now we're just gonna keep a good base, and we're gonna punch, 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 punch to the next cone. When we get to the next cone, then we're gonna drive down. We're gonna drive down. That's gonna overemphasize that guy thinking you're getting too wide and tries to come underneath, and we're gonna drive him down to the pocket. All right, it's very important that we master this kick slide. I want to see you guys doing better on this in future films. Okay, so bigs, your run manifest is going to start at 40 and come back down. Okay, there's 3 things on there. There's the distance, there's how many times you're supposed to do it, and then there's the time. Okay, on the hard day, the times are going to be shorter. On the medium day, they're going to be a little bit bigger, and on the easy day, it's going to be a lot bigger. And on a Saturday, when you're just jogging those hundreds, when I say jogging, I'm talking about light jog. I'm talking about in the park with your old lady or your mom or whoever, and y'all just jogging, right? A real light jog on those hundreds, okay? If you guys do that workout, I think we'll come back off the dead period ready to work. If you got any questions, ask the coaches, study position, watch film. That's another thing. I want you guys to start watching film at least 2 hours a week. That's everybody, okay? And I can tell how many hours you're watching. Well, what a huddle does is it takes the average of 7 days, all right? So when you get up to 2 hours, I want to get on huddle and look at those times and make sure I'm seeing at least 2 hours on everyone's huddle. That's the only way you guys are going to get it. You have to be able to relive what you've done and then visualize what you want to do and then get out there and practice it, okay? You don't learn anything on the football field. On the football field, you're just going through the motions and making sure you can do it. Then you get on film, and then you watch what you was doing as you were being coached, right? So when we get back in the season, when we start our season, we start our practice for real, those team periods are going to be on, okay? I'm going to try to compartmentalize the play calls, give you guys a game plan so that we'll know exactly what we're going to get ready for. I'm going to do my best to try to get the quarterbacks the script the day before so they can go over it so it can move more efficiently. Okay, I'm gonna watch film, do some grading, so be ready for that. I want a couple of guys that have volunteered to send me some messages in huddle so I can see how that huddle message board works. Okay, and I'm gonna start incentivizing players that can keep their huddle film up to 2 hours. I'm gonna talk to the coaches, find out a good way to reward you guys for watching the film until you start seeing the rewards that you'll get from watching film, okay? So, with that being said, have a great off season, great off week, dead period, sorry. Remember, we can't contact you, you can't contact us, all right? If you got any questions, make sure you just gotta figure it out, okay? Be an intelligent football player. All right, red break.
The kids don't know football. They don't know football. Like if I put them in the classroom and I say break down cover 3 responsibilities, cover 2, cover 4, defensive fronts, alignments. If I start talking about all this stuff, they don't know. They're just out there playing. So I think more schools will be even better if they just stepped away from athletics, because the kids are athletic. All right, that's what it is. We don't need to have them running any faster, jumping any higher, getting any stronger in a sense. But if they got better at football and the knowledge of the game, that will make the performance go up, because now we all understand that we're playing at a high level. And now the lifting weights, that's the easy part. But for me to get a quarterback to understand where the holes are at in defenses and where to read and the keys and all the other stuff, linebackers identifying positions, that's going to make you a great quarterback. Not how much you bench squat, how fast is your 40, that stuff doesn't matter, because when you get to college, everybody's fast, everybody's strong, everybody athletically is gifted. The separation is the IQ.
Do the simple shit better. There you go. Don't do all the fancy shit. No, do the simple thing. Get out of your stance. Right? Stay your head. I just say, hey, get out of your stance, stay inside out, and then play with your. None of all this shit fit. All this shit. Let the NFL guys do it. You ain't facing NFL guys. Do the simple shit better. Right? I'm just talking to O-line. That's my specialty. Do the simple shit. Don't do. When you guys do simple, then you start locking motherfuckers up. Do the simple things. Okay? Who gives a shit about the name on their jersey? Right? Go play ball. Go play ball and do the simple shit. Okay? Good?
Yes, sir.
Good job. Get your best. Do the simple.
I got a message for all you football players out there who say you want to go D1 and go to the NFL. Coming from somebody who made it to the D1 level and had success and who made it to the NFL. This is the one important thing that I feel like all of you are really not taking into consideration. Show me your habits and I'll tell you whether or not you're going D1. I don't care about your tape. I don't care about what your friends think about you. I don't care what high school you playing at. Show me your habits. Show me what you were doing on a daily basis. Show me your friends. Show me who you kicking it with. Show me what you do. And I'll tell you if you're going D1. Show me what your attitude is when you working out. If you complaining and you just going through the motions, I can guarantee you're not going D1. 99% of y'all are not in the top 1% when it comes to athleticism. Some of y'all think just being good and going to these camps is good enough. Nah, there's so many other athletes out there. And then on the other side of that, high school athletes think you're going to go D1. You're not just competing against other high school athletes. You got seniors in the transfer portal. You got JUCO athletes in the transfer portal. You got D1 AA, D2 athletes in the transfer portal. And you think you're finna go D1 based on your habits? Man, you tripping. Clean your habits up. You better lock it in, man.
Troy Palomar.
If you want to be great, you have to be willing to prepare, and prepare. And when a cat has talent, they think they can just walk out there and do what they do with their talent until they meet a cat that's prepared.
I got to have.
Well, if I'm bigger, stronger, faster, I'm always going to play. If the ball's going to the right and I'm going to the left, you're no good to me. That's the big thing that we stress here. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. Because the 90% physical guy who only focuses on the 10% mental, he does everything wrong. Well, if you're doing everything wrong and you're hoping your athletic ability could pull you through this, eventually you're going to meet somebody else when the 1% shrinks, meaning I'm a dude, he's a dude, and that window closes where it's like we're both dudes.
Yeah.
Who's 90% physical and who's 90% mental? 100% of the time, the 90% mental guy goes and be successful, not just in sport, but in life.
That ever gave me something to do at practice, I went home and I mastered it. Not just from the physical, from the playbook, from any adjustment that they gave me. The moment I got to the house, I wanted to go back the next day, and that was my approval. Because I wanted to see them say, wow, he got it. This real thing of what true leadership is. That's why those huddles started to become more intimate when I started to bring everybody together. Because I wanted them to understand why we're one heart, why we're one mindset, with one goal.
Get a good offensive line and a good defensive line, you can build a football team. Everyone thinks, let me go get those fast, little, great-looking quarterbacks, nice, handsome-looking running backs, and those good punters. Oh, you better go get you some ugly offensive linemen and some ugly defensive linemen that can block, that can do something.
As an offensive lineman, I think I would have liked to have you in my backfield back then.
Yeah, no, and one of the things, and I'm going to say this all the time, any running back out there that think that he's special, he's not special without his offensive lineman. None of my offensive linemen got credit. And you look at, and I tell people, look at the film when I play. You'll hardly ever see me get hit in the backfield. And once the running back, if he can get to the line of scrimmage and get up in the hole, now it's up to him. Get me to that offensive line, and just a couple of steps after that, now you make your move. And I said that's what my offensive lineman did. One of the things I said is, a running back is not that good. A quarterback is not that good unless he got a line. They hit every day. You're going to get hit every day. The quarterback ain't never going to get hit. Don't touch him. The running back may get hit every now and then. Potter, they don't know nothing about it. They know they're over there doing golf swings and stuff and all that stuff.
Who want to have a water?
The most embarrassing thing for me was when I went to college and we got on front of the board with our linebacker coach, Ken Norton Jr. All the rookies come, they say, show us what you know, right? So Coach Norton says, hey, drop a over front, right? Under front, 31-13. Simple football, even front. And in high school, my coach used to just say, strong right, strong left, or blue is cover 3, red is this, right? Give us colors, like handicapped us. And that's fine, everyone has colors, but what is the coverage?
Correct.
Right? And I go in there, it's like, all right, what do you guys run? Blue. And it's like, what is blue? For me to be the number 3 linebacker in the country coming out of high school and going and winning back-to-back CIF championships, and it's like, I was good, but I could have been so much better if I had the football IQ. And there's so many kids that transition to high school and college that still don't know how to get on the whiteboard and draw up their defense. And it was so embarrassing having Oos get paper wads and thumb at the back of my head as I'm looking at the whiteboard, hoping the answer just shows up there. And it's like, come on, bro, you don't know what an over front is? An under front, an odd front? I have to be able to get up and communicate with people. When we started our football program, we always did classroom stuff because I knew that was the part I was missing.
You want people in front of your kids that have played the game at a high level, that know how to translate to them how to, execute on the field. And that includes film. No one watches film. Classroom hours are boring.
Yeah.
You don't get Instagram views on classroom and watching film. A lot of people do it for the clicks right now. Absolutely. Get on the field and do your thing. I'm sorry, that's not football.